Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and this is Transport Fever, the Square England Let's Play. And we're following this particular train today. We've only, I think, almost exactly where we left off, bar perhaps a few months in the last episode. And I played on a little bit, mostly because I noticed something about this particular route that was troubling me, and discovered that in fact I was right to be concerned because it is going to give me problems. If we look at this route in all, financially it's been okay, but it is going to start getting a lot worse. Making money is not going to be what that route is good at, unfortunately. Although I am making loads of money per year, a mere 230 million. So far this year, November we're in over 250. Last year 250 million. Will we achieve that this year? I don't know. Right, but let's have a look at what's going on here. That route, the Northern Construction route, is taking construction materials here from our refinery hub to the town of Whitchurch here before sending them on for more general distribution at the Grantham hub. And the construction materials get there from this construction materials plant here by a train that delivers materials to Plymouth and leaves a number left over to be picked up and sent down to the refinery hub. It's not working terribly well. I mean, what a lot of people will say, and I think what I've seen here is evidence that that is in fact very much the case, is that sending cargo for delivery to two different locations is troublesome. Certainly as the town grows, of the first stop, as it were, if the first stop's town grows and demand grows, then most of the cargo will be dropped off there, and very little will be left to be carried on to the second stop. And that's exactly what's happening here. So I need to find a way around that to get the construction materials to the Grantham hub for sort of generalised distribution. And I need to get this construction material delivered to the right place. Now, what I'm thinking, let me just pause that for a second. There's too much noise going on. Actually, if I turn the, let's turn the music on. There we go. I like to have some sort of bed of music underneath. Right, so what I'm thinking is, rather than having separate trains taking the construction materials to Plymouth and then any left over down here to this sort of mini hub, is I'll have one route, and it'll combine the trains taking the oil up from here, so the fuel from here up into Plymouth and bringing the bricks down. So that will actually do both ends of the Plymouth cargo sort of catalogue, if you will. So it'll bring the fuel up from the refinery, drop that off in Plymouth, and then bring the bricks down from the construction materials factory there. And what I'm thinking, actually no, they'll drop it off there. No, because as you may recall, we do have another construction materials plant. Here it is, north of Whitchurch, which is taking stone from a quarry all the way over there. I plan to start using that more aggressively, and that, I think, hopefully is going to be the resolution to what is a potential catastrophe. That's the right word. Well, on that one line anyway. It probably won't affect my overall profit, because that is at the moment quite ridiculous and quite good, to be fair. So right, so what I want to do, we've got two trains coming up from the refinery delivering oil, taking bricks back. We've got two trains taking bricks down here to Plymouth and leaving them there, basically for Plymouth to use or carrying on out to the wider world. Now I think, where have my trains on here? Plymouth Construction, that's what we want to look at. We've got two electric trains, they are, if I remember right. Yeah, that whole line is electrified, although the line going down here isn't. So we can either electrify that whole line or leave it as diesel. Actually, what have we got coming up? What sort of train is that? Oh, that's interesting. That's quite a new train on there, on the Plymouth one. And it goes 81. It's a bit slower. I'd like the faster train, I think. Yeah, let's do that, I think. So what we need to do is we're going to change this route. It's using the NAFI, isn't it, as well as is the fuel. I'm tending to use the NAFI universal wagon a lot, which is good because it makes sure that it carries whatever it can carry, whatever is available, but it does sometimes mean, as we will probably see if things go as I expect them to, that you get unexpected cargoes being sent to unexpected places. We've already seen some of that in the rebuilding of the main Grantham hub, but yeah, let's look forward to seeing more of that. Right, so what do we want to do here? We've got that train in. Which one? You're one of the Plymouth ones. Are you really? So why are you carrying fuel already? So it is. Oh, so it's already carrying fuel up to. Oh, it's already doing that. See, that's the beauty, the wonder of the NAFI's Universal. So that fuel presumably is going out to Churchill. Yes, because we now have a new way of distributing stuff to Churchill. We'll worry about that later. I'm not going to worry about that too much now. Right, so where's the other train on that line? Oh, you're going down. There you are. Oh, right, you've just left. Right, so what we'll do, we will send you, I think, train 22. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to lose you. Can I do that? Yeah, send you off. Can't find. Oh no, it can't because the depot is facing the wrong way there. Oh, we've crossed over a year. Ooh, interesting new locos and stuff. We might use some of those. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to replace you, I think. Do we need to replace you with an electric loco or not? What do we have? I want to keep an eye on this train, I think. That's the one we're keeping an eye on. So what do we have? We look at just our latest ones. So 99, you go 81, so you'll be a replacement presumably for the right, the 101808, which is where it's two. If I change that to just electrics, those have been replaced entirely already. It could have been. Could have been. Okay, so 99, 81. That's quite expensive. Quite expensive going that fast. I don't really need it. Right, this train. We'll take its money and then we'll ship it straight back to the depot to be sold. There you go. Okay. That's you sorted. I'm going to pause it now just because I don't need distractions of things getting out of place. Okay, so we need a fairly fast train. I don't want anything too expensive. Oh, that's quite good. It's electric. It's 143. It goes. Where was it? I've lost it again. That one. It goes 19. That's quite powerful, actually. That's not bad. 124. Don't need to go that fast. I think not on a cargo route. 93. That's quite nice. 87. We could use you. You're a bit of an old train at the moment. You're reasonably inexpensive. And yes, let's do that. Right, so what we need to do is electrify the track. So let's get that done first so I don't have any problems replacing all the trains, which will do. Okay. Let's get you done. If I remember right, the other end of this line is already electrified because the trains carrying oil from the well to the refinery is also an electric route. Yep, that's good. Okay, so that's fine. So we don't need you anymore. So let's bring our two routes up. Right, so which one should we going to use? Yeah, we were using this one, weren't we? I think. And the train I had picked was one of those older electrics. I've forgotten already which one it was. Was it you? It was. I think you're fine. And we will take... We've used on this one. Right. Let's go right up to lots of wagons. Let's take 10. Is that 10 yet? I'm not keeping track. One way to keep track, of course, is to bring that train up. Oh, 12. I've got carried away. Don't need that many. 10 will do, I think. Okay, and we will replace you. That's fine. And then these two trains, we'll change them on to, yep, this Plymouth Connection construction line, which will now go from there to there. Okay, now what I'm thinking, do I want it to carry on delivering fuel up here? We could do, but I only want it to deliver construction materials to here, so I don't want it to carry construction materials further down here into that refinery hub. Though the question then is, because there is already, because some of this is going out to other places, to Felixstowe. No, I think I'll let it take goods anywhere it can, and drop them off wherever it can. Then we will revisit it later and just check if there are any issues with that split. So we're coming from the construction materials factory there, delivering there, going to the refinery, and then we need to stop again there. Okay, now I need to make sure that it's right. Remember, on this map I'm going driving on the left because I'm pretending to be in England. So when it comes out, this one, you need to go to platform 2, I think. Yep, that's right. Good. Okay. Right, so these two. Now, am I going to lose money on these two by moving them to the other line? Probably. Oh, no, it looks okay. It hasn't. Right, okay, I was worried there that it would actually throw the cargo away, but it's not. Okay, so in fact, what I could have done was put them on the other line, but I didn't because I'm a bit of an idiot sometimes. Right, there we go, because that's what it is. It's now exchanging oil and fuel for bricks. That's good. Okay, so the Plymouth blue line, we will get rid of that. You don't exist anymore. Splendid. Right, so what we've got now is we've got a train 3 trains. I need to change all of them, in fact, don't I? So you need to be replaced by that one. And likewise, you old diesel need to be replaced by the new electric. Splendid. Right, yeah, so we've got a train bringing fuel up to Plymouth and perhaps carrying on some up here for then further distribution to Churchill Coventry Hub, and that will bring back construction materials, delivering it to Plymouth, and again any leftover will come here for distribution out to Felixstowe and other places. Right, but the main thing I want to do is fix, is that it? Yeah, this construction bulk route. Now what I'm thinking is, because it's not making enough money, because it's delivering most of its cargo here to Whitchurch and then wasting money on the rest of that leg, is I'm going to deliver the construction materials from here to the hub. So that will go down from there to there, which is a nice curly route one way or another. Yeah. But to facilitate that, I think we'll need to make sure we get enough stone coming in from this quarry here. Yeah, which is doing lots of auto-saving, thank you. Which is doing quite well. How many is that carrying? That's got 10 on there. Again, I think all the stations here are 240. I've got very few 320s meter stations in my network. I perhaps should have used those to start with, but I was just too cheap when I was laying them out. You don't want wooden sleepers in the station. That's just plain silly. Right, so we've got 2 trains on that line, which is what I was actually trying to look up, and it's a very profitable line. And they're running the don't need that. To get, it's the same train, the 10-18-8 on there, which means it goes 81 miles an hour. Could do with being faster, I think. Could do with being faster, because it's quite a long trek all the way from the quarry up there to the construction materials plant, and we're going to need it to feed quite a lot of raw material in there. So I could probably make that an 11 wagon consist, but another train will do for the moment. And what I want is to buy trains. I need to click on the symbol, not the actual, because it's one of those. This is a mod which you may have seen before. I haven't looked at it recently for a while. I haven't been to Thiel for a bit. It's a very funky mod which builds in a freight station, a freight truck depot, a truck pickup point, and a couple of train depots as well. The only issue is that it's very slow tracks around it, so it does mean trains go awfully slow navigating this, which might be an issue, but we're living with it for now anyway. Right, so what trains do we want on that line? Is that all electric as well, isn't it, I think? That is an electric train, the 10-18-18, isn't it? So we can stay with electric. 110, that's a nice British model. We could use that one. 124 I think is too fast for carrying raw materials around. 99. I'm feeling we're using that somewhere else. 99, that's a nice speed. We could try that. That was 99. I don't think I'm using that one. Could do. Again, that's not expensive, not too expensive. 143 million per year. How's that? This one doesn't have quite as much pulling power, but it is more than is currently on the existing locomotive, so we could use that one rather than this French one. That one's too expensive. I've decided. That one's a bit too slow. Oh, that's a funky looking model. But no, I think we'll go with this one actually. Right, so we'll stick you on there. And again we'll use the naffy. We'll stick, what's 11 on there? And I'm losing track of how many I'm putting on there. That's 11, which is 235, so that should still fit within the station platform length, and that's fine. And we will send you off to the Northern Stone Express. It does mean I now need to replace both these trains with the electric as well, the new electric. Oh, I need to make that a replacement. No. I keep missing. My mouse clicking today is obviously a bit rubbish. My apologies for that. Which train was it? It was that one, wasn't it? There we go. We get another 11 of those. So we will replace train 37. Yes, and also the Phosphorus Express. Which should then mean that all those vehicles are the same. Excellent. Right, so they're moving stone up there. Right, now because I'm going to change the northern construction materials route from this refinery to Whitchurch and the Grantham hub, I'm going to disconnect that entirely and reroute it. So we need another way of getting construction materials into Whitchurch. I'm going to use trucks. Let's upgrade our roads. I like to make sure that my vehicles have sufficient space on the roads to these are all very slow, these in-town streets, aren't they? I suppose they should. If you're driving around an urban area, you shouldn't be travelling at 100,000 miles an hour or 50 or whatever. So let's try these then. Which one are you? You're just slim large, aren't you? That's the one I'm using. I like to keep the road model, the road type rather, the same pretty much throughout an entire town. Just because, well, for no particularly good reason, I suppose. Don't do that. I suppose we could make you. Again, I don't like deleting buildings if I can help it. Well, this Whitchurch place has grown, hasn't it? Just doing these while I'm here because I can. Right. Okay, we'll make the country road fast and bus laned as well. Again, just separate out my traffic from. You see, these country roads are that much faster. That's fine. That's done. Okay, we need a new route. That's going to go from there. I'm going to wait till full-ish. Deliver down there for local distribution around. We've already got a route that does that. Okay, but we won't wait very long there. Just a minute will do, I think. And this is going to be Church Construction Bulk. Yep, I think I spelled that right. Okay, and we need some lorries. Which of these funky new models will we choose? Yeah, apart from the in-game ones, which are multi-cargo, everything else, grain, tanker, semi, yeah. Well, that takes food as well as oil, curious. I think we'll use one of these. That will do nicely. Do we need to restrict it? I'm going to leave it open, just to see if there are any ways the game wants to redistribute the cargo around in odd ways that I hadn't anticipated. So I'll leave that open just in case there are goods that it will carry in different places, different directions. So we'll buy 4 of those. That's 4 of those, isn't it? Yep, that's 4 of those, and we will set you all to the construction bulk. Change you to an orange colour, just to make you stand out a little bit, perhaps. Okay, now that's the fun bit. We can probably move this on a bit now. Now, what I want to do is I want to take construction materials from here down to the hub. Now, there's already a short route by train taking the bricks, as it were, into Thiel, and that's a passenger line going across there, which should come in that side of the station. I could do it that way. I don't really want to interrupt the passenger line if I can help it. I think no, we're going to send it off on a separate cargo track, I think. For that, this station needs to be bigger. Need more platforms on there. Why is it always set to wooden sleepers? That is very strange. Okay, how many? Let's put 4 tracks in there, just in case I find another reason to route cargo in here. We don't need a second street connection, do we? There's nothing else going on there. No. If we need one, I will put one in. You never know. I can do that. Okay, now for the cargo, it's going to be going down there. It makes sense to have it coming off one of these tracks here, so we need to reroute this Thiel one a little bit. And that's no catenary on this. Again, it's a simple diesel route, and we'll stick you up there somewhere. Oh, it goes quite nice fast. That's obviously quite a nice, slow, steady corner. Are you going to... You're not going to snap to that at all, are you? Well, you do. Good. Okay. There's a good point to come off there. Well, that seems reasonable, I think. There we go. Okay, so all I should need to do is then tell the Thiel construction route to go to platform 3. Good. Alright, so the stone from the quarry is coming in on that first platform, so we can use this second one here to go down south. Or is that north? No, that is south down there, isn't it, I think. The trouble is there's no actual map compass on here, is there? So you can never quite tell which direction is which. You decide when you come into the map which direction you want to be north, and it stays like that until you change your mind. I'm deleting this track because I don't want it anymore, on the kind of assumption that I'll never want it again. Yes. Okay. Right, should we smooth that out a bit actually first? We don't need you there for the moment. And it will probably rip it and embank it all up and rip gouges in the land and actually start laying the track, but for the moment we've got high speed. Okay. Well, that's going quite nicely fast. So we want to go down there. Where are we going? Going down there. So something like that perhaps? Or do we need it to be tighter? I think, yeah, if we come down there, we've already got a 4-track segment here, so we can click onto that hopefully. So, yeah. I want a bridge in there if I can help it, although that embankment does look a bit... let's go with that. Okay. Ooh, that's a nasty high bridge. Perhaps we should have gone further down at that stage. We are going down as far as we can there. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's too high a bridge. Let's try that again. I want to get it further down. I'd rather have a bit of tunnelling rather than stupid high bridges. We're not going up. What if we go down? Because there is this gap, or this dip between the hills. It's a good deal slower than it was then. 80? Is that going to be okay? Seems a bit slow, doesn't it? $90. Okay, we'll take 90. Yeah, that will do. And we're going to have to bridge across that somehow, aren't we? At some point. So, okay. That still looks very high, doesn't it? And that's a very slow bridge. We'll take the red steel bridge. Does it have a name? Reinforced steel. Okay, can it go down any further? Yeah, it still looks a little bit on the high side for my liking, but we will live with that. You're going to come out of the hill and it no, because you're constantly basically just going down. So. Let's try that. Okay. What if we auto level? Does that make our... That's coming in quite nicely, I think. Turn around there. It's quite a long tunnel. Doesn't need to be that long, perhaps. Oh, we've got a choice of tunnel entrances as well. There's that one. And that one. I didn't make a choice on the last tunnel, did I? So probably default to that one. Let's see what difference that makes, if any. Okay. Now we're coming down here. Ooh, more bridges. We're going as steep as we possibly can. I think we need to there is an awful lot of bridge work here. You know, I'm not what if we start from here? So okay, so the fuel train from the refinery comes in there, so we can use this platform. There, the one next to it, so we could come off here and go, right, we can stick a short tunnel under there. Okay, approaching and leaving the station, I'm okay with it being reasonably slow. That looks okay, I think. Okay, can I actually get 2 tracks out there though? I can. Result. Okay, so which track is, we'll take this to be the outer track, that one there. So do you line up with that? Nice in and out of tunnels all the way along the journey. Oh, that's quite... Oh, there's a bit of a... Look at that. That's a hump, isn't it? Don't want that. Don't want that at all. What will that do for us? Yeah, that's clicked into the right place. And I think there's still a bit of a lump there, but not so bad. So we might accept that, and that again that's quite a nice. It's not the prettiest of lines. The bridge isn't that tall, I suppose. Okay, we'll accept that, I think. Right, so we need to drag you along. We're certainly going to have more than one train on here, I think. I mean, that's the issue, because my stations are only 240 metres long. I can put in very long trains. They just look odd because they just overhang the platforms. The feeling, I might be wrong here, but I have a feeling I read that they do impact on the speed of loading and unloading. Actually, I could make that. Yeah, run that in there. Now, can I get a sweet little crossover in here? I can. That's very sweet. Okay, let's signal it up. Okay, we're using our UK signalling, so that's on the left now. This train is going to be... Yeah, we'll keep it on this second track, so you'll be leaving from... there. That's good. But then you'll be travelling on the left, so you'll be there, and the train coming in on the other side. That's fine. Some more signals just to make sure they're there. Otherwise I will forget them, and we will have all sorts of chaos as trains get stuck. We don't need chaos. I can put enough in of my own accord without just laziness putting more in. Okay, and what have we got here? So we're coming up to this junction. I don't think anything else should be using these two lines, to be honest, but we'll put a signal in there anyway. And yeah, we'll have you come out of that first bit of tunnel as a sort of clearance signal. Okay, right, so we now have a way excuse me, I'm a little bit throaty today, of getting our bricks. It just looks so bumpy, doesn't it? Maybe I'll smooth it in a second and it might look better. Right, so we now have another way of getting bricks down on the northern construction route. So let's bring that one. Northern connection, northern construction. Okay, so you are in fact going to be going not that way. You're not going to Whitchurch. You will in fact, after Grantham, have this round the wrong way as it were, and take you out. What do you mean you can't connect them all? That's better. So you're going in that platform, that's good. And you're going in that one, which is very good. Well, I've got a warning sign at the top there, we'll check that in a second. Let's just check all our other lines coming in here. Make sure we haven't got anything else messed up. So the fuel line is carrying on, that's good. Those two lines are fine. That's a shuttle between the two hubs. That's, yep, the planks, the wood, the steel, the stuff, the tools and the like. That all looks splendid. So we will fill you up there. 2-minute wait. Yeah, why not? Right, can we make these trains any bigger? I think they need to be bigger. Where are they at the moment? Ah, you're the one with no path. So, yeah, we can't really turn you around. So what we'll do, we'll sell you. There you are. And you're going to the Grantham hub. That's fine. So we will replace you. Can I make this a free naffy as well or not? No, I don't think we will. Keep it as... That's going 87. It should be okay, but we will add on a few more wagons. Where's the naffy? There you are. And you are going to take construction materials. We'll make you 10 for the moment. Replace that one. Now, there you go. So where are you? You're not too far off. Okay, now one other thing I noticed here was there's a vast amount of stuff piling up to go into Exeter, and I've only got one train on that line because Exeter, the cargo station in Exeter, is quite busy with other stuff, so I didn't want too many trains coming out of here on that short route, but I think we can bump that one up, can't we? What's the... That's a 212. And that's a diesel, I believe. Yes, one of those. I think it's 62. Could we speed that up, make it... What else do we have here? No, you're all very slow. You're all 62. You're more powerful. Could use you. Could use you. Yeah, let's do that. How many wagons should we stick on there? There were... Let's take... I don't know how many that is. I don't count because the man's an idiot. It will tell me on here though, very handily. That's 7. Let's make it 8 and replace it now. Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. It's probably to do with pricing and frequency and all sorts of other good stuff as to why the Falmouth distribution doesn't pick up as much stuff at all as the Exeter one does. What's this? Train 50. Ooh. What's your problem? Why can you not... Oh, because there's no way between... it's gone in on that platform. It should be... There's no way between those two platforms. Right, can we just stick in a little bit of quick track laying magic? Will that work? No, because there's a signal in the way. That will do it. Will that do it? It looks like it has. Check he's going to go up there. Are you? Now he is on the wrong side of the track, of course, at this point in the game. He's travelling on the right and he should be on the left, but he's the only train on that line, so he will switch over and get it right once he gets up here. Aha, right, excellent. So there's already construction materials waiting for him on there. The Stone Express, they're all upgraded to the latest and greatest locomotives. That's looking good. So what? No, you're not the train I'm looking for. Which is the train I'm looking for? Which is the train I'm looking for? Oh, you. Yeah, this is kind of a mess of old junctions and switches and stuff, so should be able to fit in there okay though, I think. And the internal delivery system, the trucks within the town, appear to have capacity still, so it should be able to handle the larger consist. That will fit, won't it? Ooh, just about. That's a 160, that station. I'm not sure I've got room to make it any bigger, but local deliveries, that should be okay, I think. Yeah, it's not been making money for a while, probably because it was so small in consist. That should be better. Oh, hang on. Oh, the extra fast food route is now taking you see, that's the thing with using the naffy wagons. It's going to start shipping stuff into all sorts of unexpected places. Now, if it gets it up to this food processing hub, then the train to Churchill can carry some of that, those tools and stuff. We will come back and look at that in more detail, I hope, in the next episode. I'll try and remember to do that. And we'll see where all the odd distribution routes are. Sorry, that wasn't very good English, was it? Autosave again, which probably means, yeah, I think this episode is running on now to about a natural time of closing. Okay, so I think that's looking better. If we look at my line profit before we leave, what's the bad balance? The Whitchurch. Well, why is Whitchurch freight? Well, it can make profit, or maybe it's just slow pickup. What's the train on there? We've got a modest amount of stuff. Actually, I want to keep that on. Other than that, the Northern Construction Bulk, right, yeah, that one has been rejigged, so that, yeah, I'm not too surprised at a loss on that one. Again, I'm going to say these red colours are so difficult to see, even on screen, let alone on the YouTube video. But in terms of profit, Northern Stone Express, 22 million. Oh boy. Right, and my earliest passenger line all the way over there on the south side of the map, covering 4 towns, which is, generally speaking, frowned upon. Most people, if they're doing lines for profit, will just do point to point. But I quite like this, and the fact that it's making money. Now, there are 4, 5 fast, and that's the electrified as well. They're not very big trains though. I'm thinking I could replace that with a super funky, very big, very expensive multi-car, whatever it's called, train on there. We might see that next time. Anyway, yes, we will wrap this up, I think, here. Shall we send you down to the hub, make some profit this year at least, hopefully, and we'll follow him down, shall we? No, we won't. That's quite a boring route. The more exciting route is the one we played with first. Where's Plymouth? Where's Plymouth? There we are. How's that doing on the station? Ooh, yeah. There's still a discrepancy. We discussed this in a previous video. There's a discrepancy between the Churchill and the Plymouth route for construction materials. Largely, I think, because the construction materials, once they're sent here, are then shipped by truck into town from this little hub here. I think that the low cost of that is what's unbalancing the station storage here at the construction materials factory. But we will see how this pans out. But in the meantime, we'll follow this train through. It's quite an entertaining route, I think. While I say thank you so much for joining me today, hope you've enjoyed this exercise in freight rejigging. Again, I think it's one of the things with freight, isn't it? It's never quite sits perfectly for any real length of time. You've always got to keep a very close eye on it. Where's that fuel going? Oh, it's being dropped off. That's good. Yep, so another one of these, and we'll come back and probably just review what we've achieved in this video in the next episode, and perhaps we'll turn our attention back to passengers, which I've not done for a while, I think. Could do with that. So yes, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, do leave us a like, just click that little button. Again, if you've got any thoughts, suggestions, recommendations, critiques even, it'd be so good to hear from you. Just drop a note in the comments box. Thank you. Just drop a note in the comments box below, and of course if you've not done so already, please do subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever, until the next time, bye bye for now.